Uh, Hello and good morning, dear students. Now we are going to solve problems on chapter number 4. So we start with first problem. Problem is obtain Hamiltonian and Hamilton's equation of motion for simple pendulum from its Lagrangian. Now here in first problem we have to find out Hamiltonian and Hamilton's equations of motion for a simple pendulum. So we know that for simple pendulum we already solved Lagrangian for simple pendulum. Okay, so I am going to just recall all those things. For simple pendulum, kinetic energy T is 1 half m l square theta dot square. Theta is the generalized coordinate. Okay, theta is the generalized coordinate for simple pendulum. Potential energy is minus mgl into cos theta. By taking potential energy is equal to 0 at the pivot point where that simple pendulum is situated. Therefore, Lagrangian is nothing but kinetic energy minus potential energy. So that is 1 half m l square theta dot square plus mgl into cos theta. So we call this as equation 1. Now, Hamiltonian corresponding to Lagrangian is, so H is equal to summation over J Qj dot Pj minus L. Okay. Now here, since Qj is generalized coordinate and here we have only one generalized coordinate, so Hamiltonian is H is equal to, instead of summation we can write here generalized coordinate is theta, so theta dot into p theta minus Lagrangian. Now with, we can write p theta as dabba L, okay, by dabba theta dot. So partial derivative of Lagrangian with respect to theta dot. So therefore p theta is equal to, now we have to take derivative of this, partial derivative of this with respect to theta dot. Now that is m l square. So derivative with respect to theta dot, here we get theta dot. So theta dot is p theta divided by m l square. Okay, now we can put this, so put equation 1, okay, means this Lagrangian and theta dot in equation 2, we get Hamiltonian for simple pendulum as, now theta dot h is equal to, we can write theta dot is equal to p theta divided by ml square. So theta dot multiply by p theta. So if you multiply this to with p theta, so that is p theta square divided by ml square minus Lagrangian, and Lagrangian is what, 1 half m l square into theta dot square. So theta dot is again p theta square divided by m square l raised to 4, and this is minus mgl into cos theta. So this is equal to, now p theta square divided by ml square. Now here we get 1 half m square l raised to 4. So p theta square divided by 2 times m into l square. Okay, minus mgl into cosine of theta. So Hamiltonian is, so this 1 and minus half. So that becomes p theta square divided by twice ml square, okay, minus mgl into cos theta. So this is the Hamiltonian for simple pendulum. Okay. Now we can obtain Hamilton's equation. So Hamilton's equations are, so we know that Hamilton's equations are Qj dot is dabba h by dabba Pj, and Pj dot is minus dabba h by dabba Qj. So here we can write Qj dot means theta dot is partial derivative of Hamiltonian with respect to p theta, and here p theta dot is minus partial derivative of Hamiltonian with respect to theta. Okay, so this equations now become, first of all, theta dot. So theta dot is equal to, here we have to take partial derivative of Hamiltonian with respect to p theta. So derivative of this with respect to p theta, so that becomes 2 p theta divided by twice ml square. So that is nothing but p theta divided by ml square. Okay, so this is the first Hamilton's equation for theta, and p theta dot is equal to minus, we have to take partial derivative of Hamiltonian with respect to theta. So this term having derivative 0 with respect to theta, and derivative of this with respect to theta is mgl into derivative of cos is minus sign. So mgl sine theta. So mgl into sine theta. So equation 4 and 5 are Hamilton's equation for simple pendulum. Now we are solving problem number 2. What is problem number 2? In central force field Lagrangian in plane polar coordinate system is L is equal to 1 half m r dot square plus r square theta dot square minus v of r. Obtain Hamiltonian and Hamilton's equation. Okay, so that we have to find out. So first of all, in central force field Lagrangian is given by this equation. So Lagrangian is 1 half m r dot square plus r square theta dot square minus v of r. So this is the given Lagrangian. So we have to obtain Hamiltonian and Hamilton's equation from this Lagrangian. So to find out, first of all, Hamiltonian is, we know that summation over j, okay, qj dot pj minus l. Okay, now here qj means generalized coordinates. Here we have two generalized coordinates. First is r and second one is theta. See, here we are taking derivative with respect to r as well as derivative with respect to theta. So here we have two generalized coordinates. So this is equal to now r dot into pr plus theta dot into p theta minus Lagrangian. Okay, so this is the corresponding Hamiltonian with, so call this as equation 1. R dot and p theta, r dot and theta dot can be obtained as, so pr is partial derivative of Lagrangian with respect to r dot, and p theta is partial derivative of Lagrangian with respect to theta dot. So with this we obtain pr is equal to, now we have to take partial derivative of Lagrangian with respect to r dot, so that becomes m into r dot. So from this equation r dot is pr divided by m, and p theta is equal to partial derivative of Lagrangian with respect to theta dot. So if we take derivative of this with respect to theta dot, so that becomes m r square into theta dot. So theta dot is p theta divided by m r square. Now if we put this in equation 1, okay, with Lagrangian, we get, see, Hamiltonian is equal to now r dot multiply by pr. So r dot is what? Pr upon m. So if you put r dot here, so we will get pr square divided by m plus theta dot multiply by p theta. So theta dot is p theta upon mr square. So p theta square divided by mr square minus Lagrangian. Lagrangian is what? 1 half m into r dot square. So r dot is p r square divided by m square plus 1 half m. Okay, so we have multiplied this 1 half m to here and here. So 1 half m r square into theta dot square. So theta dot square becomes p theta square divided by m square r raised to 4 and minus v of r. Now Hamiltonian is, so if you solve this, here we get m and m square, so p r square divided by twice m. Here m and m square and r square r raised to 4, so p theta square divided by twice m r square. Okay, now this is equal to, first of all we get p r square divided by twice m. So if you subtract p r square upon m from this 1 half factor, we will get p r square by twice m plus p theta square. If you subtract this 1 with this 1 half, you will get twice m r square, and this minus sign we will get plus sign, so plus v of r. So Hamiltonian is p r square divided by twice m p theta square divided by twice m r square plus v of r. So call this as equation 2. Okay, now we are moving to Hamilton's equation. To obtain Hamilton's equations, what are Hamilton's equations? First of all, we know that qj dot is da by h by da by pj, and pj dot is minus da by h by da by qj. So here we have four Hamilton's equations since we have two generalized coordinate. So first equation is for r dot. So r dot is da by h by da by pr. Okay, and pr dot is minus da by h by da by r. Again, next equation is for theta. So theta dot is da by h by da by p theta, and p theta dot is minus da by h by da by theta. Okay. Now all these four equation becomes, first of all, r dot. So r dot is equal to da by h by da by pr. So we have to take partial derivative of this with respect to pr. If you take derivative of this with respect to pr, so that becomes pr upon m. Okay, so this is the next equation. This is the first Hamilton's equation, equation number 3. From this equation, pr dot, so pr dot is equal to minus, we have to take derivative of this with respect to r. Okay, so here if you differentiate this with respect to r, so that will become p theta square divided by mr cube. Okay, so that is minus 2 p theta square divided by mr cube. So that 2 will get cancelled, we get p theta square by mr cube, and derivative of this term with respect to r, so that is partial derivative of v with respect to r. Okay, so this is the second Hamilton's equation, equation number 4. Now equation for theta, here theta dot is partial derivative of h with respect to p theta. So if you take derivative of Hamiltonian with respect to p theta, so that becomes p theta divided by m r square. So equation number 5. So p theta divided by m r square, and p theta dot is minus, if you take derivative of Hamiltonian with respect to theta, so here we don't have any term which contains theta, so p theta dot is equal to 0. Okay, so this means p theta is constant. So this is the fourth Hamilton's equation. Okay, with this we finish problem number 2. Now we are solving problem number 3. What is problem number 3? Using spherical polar using spherical polar coordinates r, theta and phi, write Hamilton's equation of motion for particle of mass m in force field of potential which is v of r, theta and phi. So we have to find out using spherical polar coordinates, okay, Hamilton's equation of motion, okay, for a particle which is having mass m. So here again, we know that since we are dealing with force free region, since we are dealing with force free region, potential energy is zero. Okay, so for force free region, v is equal to 0 and kinetic energy is 1 half m. Now since we are in spherical polar coordinate system, kinetic energy is 1 half m r dot square plus r square theta dot square plus r square sine square theta phi dot square. So therefore Lagrangian is t minus v. So Lagrangian becomes 1 half m r dot square plus r square theta dot square plus r square sine square theta phi dot square. So this is the Lagrangian. Now corresponding to this Lagrangian, corresponding Hamiltonian is H is equal to, now we know that summation over J Qj dot Pj minus L, and that is equal to R dot Pr plus theta dot P theta plus phi dot P phi, okay, minus L. So this is the corresponding Hamiltonian. Okay. Now here we can obtain PR, P theta and P phi, as PR is partial derivative of Lagrangian with respect to R dot. Okay. P theta is partial derivative of Lagrangian with respect to theta dot, and P phi is partial derivative of Lagrangian with respect to phi dot. So all these we can obtain. So first of all PR. So PR is equal to, we have to take partial derivative of Lagrangian with respect to r dot. If you take derivative of this with respect to r dot, so that becomes m into r dot. Okay, so from this we can write r dot as pr upon m. Similarly p theta, here we have to take derivative of Lagrangian with respect to theta dot. So we have to take derivative of this term, multiply by this. So that becomes 1 half m r square into 2 theta dot. So that 2 will cancel and we get m r square theta dot. Okay. So theta dot is p theta divided by m r square. Similarly here p phi is partial derivative of Lagrangian with respect to phi dot. If you take derivative of this term with respect to phi dot, so that becomes 1 half m r square sine square theta into 2 phi dot. So that 2 will cancel with this 2 and we get m r square sine square theta phi dot. Okay. So phi dot is p phi divided by m r square sine square theta. So r dot, theta dot and phi dot. So put in equation 2, we get Hamiltonian as H is equal to, first of all r dot multiply by PR. So r dot is this, so we will get PR square upon m plus theta dot multiply by P theta. So we get P theta square divided by m r square plus phi dot multiply by P phi. So P phi square divided by m r square sine square theta minus Lagrangian. So Lagrangian is this. So 1 half m into r dot square plus r square theta dot square plus r square sine square theta phi dot square. Okay. So if you put value of r dot, theta dot and phi dot from this equation and rearrange corresponding to PR. I will write directly. You will do this as an exercise. So PR square divided by twice m plus P theta square divided by twice mr square plus P phi square divided by twice mr square sine square theta. So this is the terms that we get. Now Hamiltonian H is equal to now 1 minus half. So P r square divided by twice m plus next term is P theta square by twice mr square plus next term is P phi square divided by twice mr square sine square theta. So this is the Hamiltonian, okay, for spherical polar coordinate system. Now we have to obtain Hamilton's equation of motion. Now corresponding Hamilton's equation of motions, we know that what are those equations? Qj dot is dabba h by dabba pj and pj dot is minus dabba h by dabba qj. Here we have three generalized coordinates r, theta and phi. So that's why we have six equations, okay, for r, for theta and for phi. So what are those equations? So Hamilton's equations are, so first of all, first one is for r dot. So r dot is dabba h by dabba pr, okay. Then pr dot is minus dabba h by dabba r, okay. For theta dot, we have theta dot is dabba h by dabba p theta, okay, and p theta dot is minus dabba h by dabba theta. And for phi dot is dabba h by dabba p phi, and last one is p phi dot is minus dabba h by dabba phi, okay. So these are the Hamilton's equations from this. So we can write, obtain this Hamilton's equation. For that we need Hamiltonian. So Hamiltonian H is first of all P r square divided by twice m plus P theta square divided by twice mr square plus P phi square divided by twice mr square sine square theta. So here first equation r dot is, so partial derivative of Hamiltonian with respect to PR. So that is PR upon m, okay. Then PR dot minus, we have to take derivative of Hamiltonian with respect to r. So this term having derivative p theta square divided by m r cube, okay, with negative sign. And again derivative of this is minus p phi square divided by m r cube sine square theta, okay. Now for this theta part, so theta dot is equal to this equation partial derivative of Hamiltonian with respect to p theta. So that is p theta divided by m r square, and p theta dot is derivative of this with respect to theta. So minus, here we have theta term only in this equation. So minus p phi square divided by twice mr square, okay, and derivative of this is minus 2 into sine cube theta multiplied by cos theta. So this 2 will cancel with this 2. This negative sign came over here. So in the denominator we have sine cube theta, and the numerator we have cos theta. Okay. So this is p theta dot. Now last one is for phi. So first of all, phi dot is equal to, from this equation, partial derivative of Hamiltonian with respect to p phi. So that is p phi divided by twice m r square sine square theta, and p phi dot is minus partial derivative of this with respect to phi. So here we don't have any term which includes phi. That's why p phi dot is 0. Okay. So p phi is constant. So these are the Hamilton's equation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. With this, we finish problem number 3. Now we are moving to problem number 4. What is problem number 4? Lagrangian for system of 1 degree of freedom can be written as L is equal to 1 half m q dot square sine omega t plus q dot q omega sine 2 omega t minus 1 half m q square omega square. Determine corresponding Hamiltonian. Is it conserved? Okay, these are the two parts. So first of all, Lagrangian is this. So L is equal to 1 half m q dot square sine omega t plus q dot q into omega sine 2 omega t minus 1 half m q square omega square. Now we have to find out corresponding Hamiltonian. Here q is the generalized coordinate. Okay, so since q is generalized coordinate, we can obtain corresponding momenta. Call this as equation 1. So corresponding momenta is p, which is partial derivative of Lagrangian with respect to q dot. So p is equal to, now here we have to take partial derivative of this with respect to q dot. So partial derivative of this with respect to q dot becomes m into q dot sine omega t, and derivative of this with respect to q dot is plus 1 half m, okay, q into omega sine 2 omega t. So this is the derivative with respect to q dot. Now Hamiltonian H is what? P into q dot minus Lagrangian. So H is equal to, now, so you can put P as this, okay, multiply by q dot. So m into q dot, if you multiply this with respect to q dot, so that will become m q dot square sine omega t, okay, plus 1 half m q multiply by q dot. We are multiplying q dot with respect to this, m into q dot omega sine 2 omega t minus Lagrangian. So Lagrangian is what? 1 half m into q dot square sine omega t plus q dot q omega sine 2 omega t, and plus minus minus plus 1 half m q square omega square. So Hamiltonian H is equal to, now, so m q dot square sine omega t, and here 1 half. So we get 1 half m q dot square sine omega t. Next one is 1 half m q dot q sine 2 omega t minus 1 half m q dot q omega sine 2 omega t. So this term is cancelled with this term, plus 1 half m q square omega square. Okay, so this is the Hamiltonian. Now next section is find corresponding Hamiltonian. Is it conserved? So for conservation of Hamiltonian, partial derivative of Hamiltonian with respect to time is equal to 0. So if you take derivative of this with respect to time, so here partial derivative of Hamiltonian with respect to time is not equal to 0. Since see, here we have sine omega t term. So if you take derivative of sine omega t, so that becomes cos omega t, omega into cos omega t. So that's why this is not equal to 0. Hence H is not conserved, means Hamiltonian is not conserved here. Okay. Uh, with this, our chapter number 4 is over. Okay. In next lecture, we will continue, start chapter number, last chapter, which is chapter number 5.